Hello gamers, I got another DST video for you. Today I want to show you 3 different ways of finding messages in bottles. Now, if you're trying to grow Sprout Rock and Gloomthorn trees, then it's important to understand these methods so that you can find as many bottles as possible. I'm going to start with the hardest method and then work my way down to the simplest. Definitely stick around for the last method because it's going to be the absolute easiest way of consistently getting bottles. Method number 1 is Crab King. This boss drops message bottles when defeated. 2 are guaranteed, with a 50% roll for 1 additional bottle and another 25% roll for a 4th. So we're talking 2 to 4 bottles per fight. The biggest benefit to this method is that you are guaranteed bottles, even if the actual amount varies. The boss always spawns in the same location, so there's no guesswork involved, and the non-pearled version of the fight is significantly easier. That said, I gotta say that I have been fighting Crab King religiously in my current running world for the past 600 days, and my luck has been absolutely abysmal. I kid you not, the last 4 Crab Kings have dropped 2 message bottles each. Also, I'm just sick of the fight. It's unpredictable and it's dangerous, and it just takes way too much time sorting through all of the trash left behind in the ocean. It should drop more bottles and fewer shell bells, and until it does, I don't really want to grind it anymore. Method number 2 is Marauders. Now this mob has a 5% chance of dropping message bottles when killed, and a very simple farm can be set up by moving some or all of your world's Marauder dens to a single location with a bait pen, and then use any method for killing them. This is a great farm. You'll get tons of meat and morsels, plus you can occasionally forage the dens for stuff like fish, driftwood, even bull kelp stalks. Effort-wise, it's very simple to run once you get it set up. However, there are some downsides. Firstly, the setup can take a while. We're talking about rowing each individual den to the farm. Even if you use bootleg getaways, then you're either making tons of grass boats to get to the dens, or you're rowing a bunch of dens to the shoreline and then running back each time after teleporting. Also, you can't run the farm too often, because a Marauder only spawns from dens after 6 days and caps at 2 per den. So if you're waiting to farm all of them, you're running this farm once every 12 days or so. But the biggest downside is that bottles are not guaranteed. Say you have 10 Marauder dens with 20 Marauders spawned, you can expect on average 1 bottle every 12 days. I mean, it's an okay rate of return, but I probably wouldn't rely on it solely for message bottles. The third and final method is hop on a boat. I have this viewer on Twitch by the name of Mind Killer. They are the Rob Kozoki type. Extremely knowledgeable about the inner workings of this game, who will occasionally drop some mind-blowing insight into DST game mechanics. And they explained bottle spawning like this. When a player logs onto a world or comes back from the caves, a 1 to 2 day countdown starts. Now, when this timer runs out, the game will attempt to spawn a bottle near a player on a boat. And if the player is not on a boat, the game will keep checking every minute until the player is on a boat, then we'll spawn a bottle in the ocean nearby and start a new 1 to 2 day timer. So what we can do is keep a boat near wherever we're building, and then every 2 days we hop onto the boat, and a bottle should spawn within 60 seconds. It will spawn 10 tiles away from the player, which is beyond your default view, so if you're just standing on a boat, you can use a Horizon Expandinator to spot the bottle when it spawns. If you haven't killed Scrappy Werepig yet, you can just start rowing in any direction, and when the 60-second timer is up, the bottle will attempt to spawn in the general direction your boat is traveling. Not only is this the cheapest and simplest method, but it is also the most consistent. Assuming you're not logging off or going to the caves, you can get a guaranteed bottle every 2 days, which is far superior to any other method. My yearly goal is to fill the ocean with 10 sunken chests, then go sailing every winter. With this method, I can easily hit that goal in a little over a single season of base building. So that's literally the video. You stand on a boat every 2 days and let the bottles come to you. A few tips for sunken chest hunting. First, make sure to return the cracked pearl to the Krabby Hermit after beating Crab King so that every message bottle spawns a new sunken chest. These X marks the spots cap at 10 per world, so if you max that out, then you'll want to go winching before you read more bottles. And lastly, if you want surprising seeds, you will want to wait to read the bottles until day 150 for the chance to max out at 60%. That's it for the guide. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching, and big thanks to Mind Killer. See you next time.